Howdy, how yous doing? I'm Frost, if you didn't know that already. Welcome to some more GTA Online content on my channel. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well, as per usual. And if you don't know what this is, well, I'm sure you've read the title and thumbnail. This is a review on the GTA Online Contract DLC. Now I know what you're going to say, other YouTubers have done similar content to this. Yes, I know. I'm not going to copy them. Chances are what I'm going to say might be completely different to them. It might be against what they're saying. I don't know. I don't watch theirs. But yeah, so just know I'm not copying anyone else here. I have been doing this for a while, involving Cayo Perico, tuners, and now this one. So yeah, this is all my opinion. And yeah, let's just start off by saying that the Contract DLC was very fun. My favourite part of it was the fact that Rockstar added Dr. Dre to it, as I'm sure it is most people's opinion on the DLC. Obviously, Dre, I believe, was teased with Cayo Perico in like that one cutscene, but yeah, the fact that he's now in the game and you do the VIP missions with him, very fun. So if you don't know how this works, you've practically already heard, well, I'm going to go through bits and pieces such as the cars, you know, the missions, the office. It's not really the office, what's it called? Is it the office? I don't know. I've forgotten. But yeah, we're going to go through all that. We're going to go through the content and everything that's happened, and then I'm going to give a final review at the end, and I'll say maybe some bugs and glitches that I didn't like, or anything that I didn't like, and like, you know, how a review goes. So yeah, let's start, will we? I'll start with the main content, shall we? Let's start with the office. I'm going to call it that. I've completely forgotten its name. I'm pretty sure it is the office. But we'll go with it. It's a good... I like it. The fact that it's kind of like versatile. You get it's sort of like the CEO office, but better. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Like, it's got... Let's just go with that. I like the customization options for it. Obviously everyone's going to be different. The fact that it added more garage space, very cool. Everyone likes a good bit of the cheeky car space, you know, more cars for us to own and buy and place them. And yeah, well, there's not much to talk about the office in that regard, so that's realistically all I can talk about. Also, yes, I'm sick, so if you hear me sniffling, that is why. Okay, so then, what next? Well, let's do the missions. That's also the main part. The missions, I think, well, we talk about the security contracts first, and we'll move into the VIP one. Security contracts were fun. I feel, at least anyway. Sure, they get repetitive after a while, but overall they're fun. You know, the monkey one, it can be annoying. It can be, but it is fun overall because you have to defeat Merryweather. The one where you have to get the person, the VIP, and bring them back to a safe house, that one's decent as well, because you're allowed to use like a whole variety. You take them out and then you grab them. It is simplistic, sure, yes, but it's decent, alright, and that's where I'm going to leave that. Some of them weren't so fun, though, I think. There's the one vehicle recovery mission. We have to go into the hangar, and it took me about like 9 hours to find a button in that mission. You know the one I'm talking about if you played it, right? You go to a hangar, it's hard for me to describe off the top of my head, but you go to a certain hangar, and you have to fight for a bunch of people, and then you steal a bike, and then you basically run away from the people. That's basically the simplistic way of describing it. There is a more better way to describe it, but that's how I'm going to describe it. If you played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So yeah, that one was very annoying, purely because it took me about 9 hours to find a button in a hangar because of how large it is. But honestly, when that's your major complaint about a mission, I think that kind of says how good the DLC was overall. Okay, so that's pretty much the office and the, you know, security contracts talked about. Now I think we should move on to the VIP contracts. I would say that is like the largest portion of the DLC. That's what we're all excited about, and that's the one with Dr. Dre and DJ Pooh and stuff. They were fun. The one you're seeing here is the first mission you do with them. That was, you know, fun. The one where you recovered Dre's stolen phone. That was fun. You know, the fact that Rockstar was able to get Dr. Dre in, I think, was like a big milestone for them, honestly. Because, yeah, I mean, GTA Online's a really large game, so it makes sense. But the fact that Dre got into it, you know, I think it's hard to describe, but it's really cool. Because who knows, maybe in the future for GTA, we'll get other celebrities, you know? And also the fact that they brought back Franklin, that was cool. You know, Franklin Lamar, you got to play as them in some missions. Those were actually probably my favourite part of the DLC, the Franklin Lamar missions. Granted, you did need a second player to play with, but you know, if you had friends or like a really skilled random player who knew what they were doing, those missions were extremely fun in my opinion. So yeah, there we go. The fact they brought that Franklin as well for the story. Now I know what you're going to say, like so many little kids have never played the GTA Online story, and well, you're correct in that. But, you know, the ones who have played this story, to see Franklin come back is huge. Because potentially, right, what Rockstar can do is they can, obviously Trevor's in contact missions, but what if Trevor, and the original heist as well, but what if Trevor came back, technically, I mean I guess you could argue he does the hangar with Ron, but what if Trevor came back to own a business? What if Michael came back to do a heist with his, obviously it wouldn't tie up with the lore of the game, but what if it happened, you know? We didn't expect Franklin to come back, but here we are. Obviously, I do know that GTA 6 has been, well, technically confirmed by Rockstar. They put it on the newswire a while ago, but I'm not going to make content on it, which is technically what I should be doing. But honestly, there's so little information about it right now that I don't feel like it's necessary to comment on it. Like, what really do I say that isn't just the game's in development, you know? Technically, it could be this video. I could absolutely make it this video, but I'm not going to. Or any future video until there's more about it, because it just seems like a waste. Because what do I say? Just it's confirmed. Rockstar's making it. It will be a few years before the game comes out. Like that seems boring. Now, granted, I'm a pretty boring person. My content's pretty boring, but you know, at least with this video, maybe I'll get some, you know, discussions going. Maybe people will agree with me. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll call me a ball bag. Who knows? I like the variety in opinions. For those that actually watch my content, it's pretty, you know, a small number per se, but for those that do, I welcome your opinion either in the comments or my Discord server. Link in the description for that, by the way. Right, so we've talked about the missions. We've talked about the office. I think now we move on to the drip feed content. The smaller portion of the update, but still, you know, quite a large thing of it. It's where it gets you come back to play every week when you're not money grinding. So, you know, the new vehicles and weapons and stuff. Oh, weapons, there we go, that's something to talk about. The mini EMP launcher is fun. Have you ever, I don't know if like, right, have you ever shot down a helicopter with a mini EMP launcher? Because my god, it's fun. I don't have a footage of it because I don't think I saved it. But I one time shot down a buzzard. Like this guy griefing in an online lobby with a buzzard with the mini EMP launcher, and it was fucking hilarious. So yeah, mini EMP launcher was fun. I think that was like the main weapon. There was a few others, but I don't really think it's necessary to comment on them. They were fun, they're fine additions to the game, but the mini EMP launcher is realistically what we were all after. There was also there was the thingy with the cars. What was it? It was like you can now self-drive cars, I believe it was. I haven't tried it, honestly. I believe it's that. I could absolutely be wrong on that, and it might be something else completely, but I think it's that. I haven't tested it out myself, so I'm not going to give too much of a comment on it, but the idea is really cool, right? I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me on that one. The idea, sorry, not ID, I don't know what I'm saying today. The idea of like you can, you know, self-drive your car to get back to you, that is cool. And I don't know if that's it, right? I could be wrong on that. This could be a bullshit point I'm making, but if it is that, cool idea. Right then, drip feed content, I was going to talk about like 2 minutes ago. Right. So, cars. What do I think about them? Honestly, overall, I don't think, and bikes. I honestly don't think there's too much to talk about here, so I won't make it too much of a thing, but the cars I think were fine. The bikes, well, bloody expensive, let me tell you, for a bike. Now granted, yes, the bike I'm thinking about, it's the Weaver. Is that it? I think it's that one. There's one of the bikes out of the two. It's completely blanked me in the head, but it's, well, both are expensive, but there's a really fast one, which is cool, right? Don't get me wrong. But to pay like 1.5 million to 2 million for a bike is bloody excessive, don't you think? My favourite car is the Dodge Charger. That one was fine. That one was cool. That's my favourite one. Alright, the Dodge Charger. The armoured Humvee, that was cool. Granted, the fact that it's bulletproof is really nice, but also the fact that I've seen, it's not happened to me personally, but I've seen on the subreddits and Twitter and stuff, people are starting to grief with it, so it reminds me of the Zentorno griefers back in GTA like 2014, so that's fun, isn't it? But yeah, there we go. I've pretty much mentioned everything. Overall, my opinion of the DLC was good. It's a fun DLC to play, and I like the grinding aspect of it that it has, and the fact they brought the Ray back was probably the best part of it. But yeah, I've been your boy Frost. This has been my Contract DLC, review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you agree with me, let me know. If you don't, let me know. If you have any opinions of your own, also let me know. Anyway, I've been your boy Frost. Peace.